Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the ESPN preview for this Saturday, April 13th. As we got a pretty good card that's headlined by undefeated heavyweight Jared Anderson as he returns to take on former secondary cruiserweight champion Riyad Merhy. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So, on the undercard actually has some good action. On the pre-card that's starting earlier in the day, highly rated featherweight former world title challenger Ruben Villa returns to action as he's just staying busy on this card, you know, Villa's number 2 in the WBC right now, so as he stays busy, you know, it's probably gonna be a minute before he gets a crack at the WBC title, but I'm not gonna be surprised if we see Villa in the ring in an eliminator after this. So staying busy and getting a victory is big for him, and I think he's gonna do that on this undercard. Undefeated Charlie Suarez is a super featherweight on the rise at 130. He's staying busy against another undefeated fighter. You know, so he's something reportedly to see. I haven't watched him fight yet. Then on the main card, there's 3 fights. Robson Conceição, the former 3-time world title challenger, is coming off of his draw with Emmanuel Navarrete, and he stays busy against some guy named, I think it's Jose Guardado, I think the guy's name is, but he's an unknown fighter. Conceição just staying busy. Disappointing that he didn't land the rematch with Navarrete, but I kind of figured it wasn't going to happen. Stylistically, Conceição is a tough guy to deal with, and I think Navarrete saw, you know, an opportunity that he was already planning prior to the Conceição defense, which I think Navarrete was absolutely, you know, overlooking Conceição heading into the fight. You know, and now Navarrete said, hey, I have an opportunity to move up to 135 and have a big money fight with Lomachenko if I win, so I'm going to do that. So, you know, you got to understand that part of it. I wanted to see the rematch as well. But it didn't happen. So now Conceição, who's highly rated in the WBC, I think he's number 2 at 130 in the WBC right now. And you know, you got a top ranked guy sitting at the top of the division, you know, or sitting as a WBC champion in O'Shaquie Foster. Oscar Valdez looks like he's going to be crowned a world champion again. So Conceição needs to look good on this card and get a victory here, staying busy ahead of what could be and should be a 4th world title shot maybe later this year. I could definitely see him and Foster or him and Valdez in a rematch would be big. So hopefully we see that one. You know, on the undercard, I think he's going to get a stoppage win and stay in line for a world title. Then in the co-feature, it's heavyweight action as Efe Ajagba, heavyweight contender. He's actually number 4 in the WBC right now. Returns to action, taking on some undefeated fighter. I think it's Violeno or something like that is the guy's name. Haven't really heard of him. Ajagba, you know, a victory here keeps him in the mix. And, you know, there's a couple options actually with top rank. Jared Anderson in the main event being one of them. You know, but I could see Ajagba getting ready for a bigger fight in the second half of the year. And as I said, a fight with Jared Anderson would make a lot of sense, especially since they're both, you know, highly rated in a WBC right now. So, Ajagba, very important he gets a victory here. I think he's going to get a knockout win and stay in line for something bigger in the second half of the year. And then the main event, Jared Big Baby Anderson taking on Riyad Merhy. Anderson is another just decent opponent for him. Not a big time name, but Merhy was a former secondary cruiserweight champ at 200 pounds. You know, he's got some push to him. I think he lost last year, but then bounced back and got a victory over Tony Yoka. Merhy is a decent fighter going in against Anderson, but Anderson is just the undefeated knockout artist and really needs to look good in this one, especially with his personal issues where he got arrested, about a month ago. He really needs to look good to draw the attention off of his personal stuff and really prove that he's on the move up still, because we know he's close to a big fight or a title shot. He's number 5 in the WBC and the IBF right now. I think he's number 4 in the WBO. Anderson has climbed the ranks, and again, he's knocking on a door of something bigger. We know that, as I just said, Efe Ajagba is also with Top Rank. I could see a showdown between those two before the end of the year that would really separate Anderson and put him on a serious move to the top of the division. So, a lot of moving pieces here. Good card. I think Anderson's going to knock Merhy out personally. And then I also think Ajagba gets a knockout. Conceição will get a knockout win. And I think Ruben Villa wins by knockout as well. But we'll see what goes down. But this is a good card here. This Saturday, April 13th on ESPN. Anderson versus Merhy. This has been the ESPN preview for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.